What is up, Hustle family? Hope you have all had a super profitable day, week, or weekend whenever you may be watching this. Today we are talking about a super highly requested topic, and that is, what is the best category of book to buy? Is it self-help? Is it religious? Is it fiction? If you only have half an hour to spend in a thrift store every few days, or maybe even every week, and you're doing this on the side, where do you allocate that time to make the most out of your money? So stay tuned, we're going to go through the top 100 best-selling books on Amazon. Alright, let's get to it, guys. Now, show some love, hit that subscribe button, and we are going to pop right into it. I'm going to try and make it here. We're going to pop this up. Let's go right here and start rolling it for you guys so you can follow along. Now, what we're going to do is I organize these into different categories for you, and we're going to break down the top 100. So coming in at the bottom, in the top 100 on Amazon, we had one road atlas, one cookbook, and one gaming manual. So we're going to knock those guys out of the way right here and now. And coming in next, we had 8 educational. Now, what I mean by educational is anything from your kindergarten homeschooling book to your college algebra, calculus, chemistry book, and things like that, all the way to like a how-to book. So I would count that as educational as well. I believe one of those 8 was a For Dummies book. So they have like Mac for Dummies, Apple for Dummies, woodworking for dummies. They have a lot of books for a lot of dummies. So that goes into the 8 there. And we had, let's see here, coming in next at 12, we had nonfiction novels. So nonfiction novels there coming in with 12. Now remember, guys, the whole point of this is if you only have, 20, 30 minutes in a thrift store, say you're going during your lunch break, or say you're going on a weekend that's already crammed, you really want to know, where can I spend my time? So hopefully this helps you know, and you can go to that section and kind of scan that first and foremost. Anyways, coming in with 24 out of the top 100 spots, we have the fiction category. Go figure. We find sometimes we completely strike out with fiction, sometimes we hit gold. You never really know, but 24 out of the 100, so almost a quarter of the top 100 best-selling books on Amazon are fiction. And of course, we're only going up from here. Now, coming in next, this is something that I always tell people, self-help books. Self-help books, whether it is self-help such as in how to lose weight, or self-help as in how to plan better financially, or anything that is going to inspire, or motivational books, coming in with 26. So a little over a quarter of our 100 top best-selling books are in the self-help genre. And now, topping out the chart, this is something I really want to know. Take a second. Can you guess what the number 1 is? It had 27 out of 100. Now, I know you've seen it scrolling, but I'm talking, it's scrolling, kind of going fast there. But we have children's fiction. So out of the top 100 spots, 27 of those are children's fiction books. Now, that actually really surprised me. I thought it was going to be self-help or religious. Now, religious books actually do sell well for us, and they sell for a high dollar amount. But out of the top 100 spots on Amazon, 0, big fat 0, none of them were religious books, which also, in the same token, was extremely surprising, because some of the most expensive books that we sell, we actually have a 12-volume Scientology set. I was just talking with a friend on Facebook about. We have a 12-volume Scientology set that we actually paid $100 for, but we should get about $498, $500 for it when all is said and done. So, they don't sell as often, as you can see, none of the top 100 spots, but they can sell for a high dollar amount, especially if you find older first edition religion specific. So, you know, whether it is an old-time Lutheran book, old-time Mormon book, old-time Pentecostal, you know, whatever it is, if you find old school religious books like that Scientology set, they're really good. But children's fiction. Now, one of the distinct things that we noticed in children's fiction, many of them were board books. So they're not paperback and they're not hardcover, they're kind of a cardboard material. If you don't have kids, you might not know what they are. But if you go to the children's section and you kind of look around for a little bit, you know, you're gonna know what exactly you're looking at when you find one of these fat but super lightweight board books. And that was actually about 16 or 17 out of the 27 of the children's fiction. Now, children's fiction is something that we see the old school books, if you can find them in good condition, they do really, really well. I'm doing a quick scan to see if I can find an example for you guys, and I'm probably not, but old school pre-1970 library binded children's fiction books, you know, we can find them in the top million rank, quite often selling for more than $30 or $40, just because it hits on nostalgia. You know, it hits on people that their parents read these books to them when they were a kid. Now they're coming of age where they can actually purchase these books that, you know, many of the copies were lost or destroyed, much like millennials that are now getting to buy the old action figure collectibles that are now worth a few $100s. You know, they're paying for the nostalgia, which really is what we do. We deal with perceived value. You know, why is this so cheap to me, or why do I see such little value in this, yet someone will pay this massive amount for it? You know, and that is really the emotional price of things. So these old school children's fiction books, these old school board books, and even the brand, you know, mainly the brand new board books, 22 out of the 27, just to be specific, were actually new within the past year or two. So brand new released board book children's fiction, that's going to be looking like your #1 seller on the top 100. So questions, comments, concerns, violent reactions, leave them below, show some love, hit that subscribe button, and I know I've been slacking lately, but we are going to try and keep getting those videos pumped out for you guys as soon as possible. You know, we try for at least 3 a week, but we'll try and do more if we can, so take it easy.